This NBA season has been a lot and a half, and this play-in tournament is adding fuel to the NBA Twitter fire. In this video, I'll be going over all the things you need to know about how it works, is it really a good thing, and if everyone is so upset about it, why are they even doing it? Make sure to give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It's your thumb, and let's get into it. So how is this tournament supposed to work, right? So there'll be 3 games. The first game will be the 7th seed hosting the 8th seed. And the winner of this game will be the 7th seed of their respective conference side. Now, the loser of this game will play in the 3rd game, but we'll get to that one in a minute. Now we have the second game, which will be the 9th seed hosting the 10th seed. And the loser of this game will be out of playoff contention. And the winner will play in the 3rd game against the loser of the 7th, 8th game. And at the end of this game, whoever wins will be the 8th seed of their respective conference side. Now, this is a whole lot to determine a 7th and an 8th seed in the playoffs when there already was a 7th and an 8th seed. I go more about my feelings towards the play-in tournament in this podcast episode. I'll link it here in the card and in the description, but make sure you wait and watch it after you finish getting done with this video so you can form your own opinion as well. Now, you're probably wondering, if no one likes this idea, why are they doing it? Well, that's even crazier when you think about how the NBA works, because they actually voted on this at the beginning of the season and decided to do it. The owners voted on it, and the players union agreed to do the exact same term, which is in their collective bargaining agreement. Now, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do a video explaining the NBA collective bargaining agreement, because I'll definitely get that out for you guys. Basically, it's a contract between the players and the owners. That's the short version of it. Now, the reason why the players and the owners all agreed to this was because the NBA needed to make some more money, because as we all know, 2020 was not that great of a year. And especially the sport industry was hurt tremendously by this, because you need to play the sport to make the money from the sport. As most leagues and things took around a 3 to 4 month hiatus, they missed out on all that money. So this would allow them to play more games in the 2020-2021 season, which more games means to more TV slots, which means to more ad revenue, which means more money. Another thing they thought of when making this agreement was that fan interest would be higher. Fans would be more interested in their teams because, yeah, they finished 10th, but they still have a shot of winning the NBA Finals. The same idea they were having with the fans is the exact same idea they were having with players who were on teams that were likely going to finish at the bottom of their respective conferences. Because if you think, or it's looking like at the end of the season, your team is going to be an 11th seed or a 12th seed, you're not going to participate at the same level you did at the beginning of the season, and you're not just going to be interested as much. But if you think, oh, we have a shot of making it into this play-in tournament, then your team is going to still be engaged. The idea of this tournament really doesn't make any sense to help lower seeds get into the playoffs, as the lowest seed to ever win the NBA Finals was the 1994-1995 Houston Rockets, who were a 6th seed, and the top 6 already get to go in. So the idea of this just really doesn't help their case. No benefit comes without a cost, and this is costing the NBA a lot, and a lot of fans and a lot of players are speaking out against it. And the amount of injuries that the top named athletes in the NBA have received this season are the reason why most people are turning their nose up to this tournament. It is being more games played on a very shortened season without a break for the teams that went very far in the NBA bubble. And now they have to play these play-in games just as extra games to, again, make some more money for the NBA, is really costing the NBA and the NBA execs kind of their standing within the NBA community, the basketball community, and truly with their players and owners' relationships. But one of the biggest things I see people not talking about is the impact that this play-in tournament will possibly have on the USA basketball Olympic team. And when I think about it, not even necessarily only the USA basketball Olympic team, because as you know, players from all around the world come and play for the NBA, and a lot of those players wanted to play for their respective countries as well. But with this play-in tournament extending the season a little bit longer, this will hurt the players that want to go play for their countries, and also they're probably going to be tired. If you look at this list right here, a lot of people on this list are either injured right now and they can't even play in the NBA playoffs if they got there, or they're just going to be tired and they don't want to keep playing basketball for 5 years straight without a break. And one good thing for you guys who don't like this tournament, or one bad thing if you do like this tournament, and I asked you guys that question over on the Her Sports Convo Instagram account, and a lot of you said you do not like the idea of this play-in tournament. And make sure you follow over there so you can be involved in all these polls and things. But this tournament was only agreed for 1 year, so if you like it or you don't, it could come back next year, or we could never see this again. I really do think if this goes well, they get a lot of engagement, a lot of people tune in, which they will, because people love basketball and they love very competitive basketball, and that is what this play-in tournament is ultimately going to be. This probably will end up sticking around for a very long time, and that is the NBA play-in tournament simplified. To keep the convo rolling, head on over to the Her Sports Convo podcast, where I talk about hot topics just like this every single Thursday. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified every time I post a new video, which is on Mondays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to leave me a comment down below telling me how you feel about the NBA play-in tournament and if you think it's going to last very long. And always remember, don't be afraid to join the convo. Do the Eurostep. Well, actually the Eurostep was created by Alfred Baylor, who was not from Europe. He did it in America in 1960s. Look it up, NBA fun fact.